Picture this: a man in a simple loincloth, standing barefoot on the dusty roads of India, staring down an empire with nothing but a quiet voice and an unbreakable will. What kind of power does that take? Not guns, not money, not fear, but something deeper, something we all carry inside us if only we dared to use it. Welcome to the Life Classroom, where life's greatest lessons unfold through the stories that shape us. Today, we're stepping into the world of Mahatma Gandhi, a man who turned weakness into strength, silence into thunder, and taught us that the real classroom is the one we live in every single day. Ready? Let's dive in. Imagine it's 1930. The sun beats down on a coastal village in India, where salt crusts the edges of the sea, like a treasure no one's allowed to touch. The British Empire rules here, and they've made a law. No Indian can harvest salt from their own shores. It's a small rule, but it's a shackle, a symbol of control over a nation's spirit. Enter Gandhi, thin, wiry, wrapped in a cloth he wove himself. He's 60 years old, not exactly the picture of a rebel. But he's got this glint in his eye, a fire that says, enough is enough. He announces he's going to march 240 miles to the sea. Not to fight, not to shout, but to pick up a handful of salt and break that law with his bare hands. People laugh at first. A march? Salt? What's that going to do? But then something happens. One by one, villagers join him. Farmers drop their plows. Women leave their kitchens. Kids run alongside, barefoot and cheering. By the time he reaches the coast, it's not just a march. It's a tidal wave of people, thousands strong, stretching across the horizon. Here's the tension. The British are watching. Soldiers line up, rifles ready. Arrests are coming. Gandhi knows it, but he doesn't flinch. He kneels at the water's edge, scoops up that salt, gritty, white, ordinary, and holds it up like it's a crown. He says, "With this, I am shaking the foundations of the British Empire." And you know what? He was right. That tiny act sparked a movement. People across India started making salt, defying the law, filling jails with quiet courage. The empire didn't fall that day, but it cracked, because one man showed the world what happens when you stand up, not with fists, but with heart. Now, let's pause there. Think about your own life for a second. Ever felt powerless? Stuck in a job, a fight, a moment where the rules seem stacked against you? Gandhi's story isn't just history. It's a mirror. He wasn't superhuman. He was a guy who got angry, who doubted himself, who failed plenty of times. But he learned something we can all grab onto. Real strength isn't loud. It's steady. It's showing up day after day with a belief that small acts done with love, with purpose, can change everything. So here's your takeaway from Gandhi's classroom, right here on the Life Classroom. Life's not about waiting for the big moment to be brave. It's about the salt march in your own world, the quiet choice to stand up, to keep going, to weave kindness and courage into the everyday. Gandhi once said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." Not demand it, not yell for it. Be it. Next time you're facing your own empire, maybe it's a tough conversation, a dream you've shelved, or just a day that feels too heavy. Think of that man in the loincloth, holding up a handful of salt. Ask yourself, what's my salt? What's my small, steady step? Because that's where the magic lives. Thanks for joining me here in the Life Classroom. If this story lit something up in you, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, keep learning, keep living, and I'll see you in class.